You have checked your Meta Ads dashboard, and the numbers look absolutely incredible. Hundreds of new leads are rolling in. But when your sales team actually picks up the phone, they find nothing but voicemails and disconnected numbers. Meta's Advantage Plus campaigns are built to find the path of least resistance. When you leave the objective set to more volume, the algorithm actively seeks out the easiest, cheapest clicks possible. On paper, your cost per lead drops to record lows. It feels like a massive win. But in reality, those forms are often auto-filled with outdated email addresses or fake information from users who never intended to buy. This is the volume versus intent seesaw. As lead volume spikes with cheap clicks, your close rate drops. Your sales team ends up spending 80% of their working hours chasing down tire kickers and ghosting numbers. Cheap leads are a dangerous vanity metric. Optimizing for volume without qualifying intent burns through your ad budget and stalls actual revenue. The era of manual demographic micro-targeting on Meta is effectively over. You can no longer reliably filter out bad leads by simply adjusting your zip codes or interest settings. Meta's Advantage Plus algorithm now handles the audience selection automatically. Unless you intervene, it will default to finding the easiest conversions it can get. This leaves you with a choice. How do you stop the algorithm from chasing empty clicks and force it to find profitable buyers without destroying your budget? You do it by introducing strategic friction. This means you must intentionally place hurdles in front of your prospects during the submission process. In this environment, engineering friction is your primary targeting mechanism. You have to teach the algorithm who to avoid by making it harder to submit a low-quality form. To build a high-intent funnel, we use the tactics matrix. There are 3 main levers: architecture, friction, and creative. First, architecture. Meta's native lead forms keep users inside the app, which reduces bounce rates but often results in low baseline intent. Website conversion campaigns move the user off the platform to your landing page. Forcing someone to wait for a page to load and fill out a standalone form automatically results in higher intent, provided your mobile experience is fast. Conversion campaigns offer higher baseline intent, but native forms can be just as profitable if you engineer them with the right artificial hurdles. Now, the second lever is friction engineering. You start by adding custom, needs-based qualifier questions, like asking for a budget range or a specific purchase timeline. When users select answers indicating they aren't a fit, you route them out of the funnel. This gives Meta negative feedback, training the machine learning to ignore passive scrollers. Adding these steps will increase your cost per lead on paper. However, you are trading higher front-end costs for a lower customer acquisition cost on the back end. High-ticket service businesses plagued by fake numbers should use SMS verification and branded calling. Look at the opt-in field at the bottom of this form. This allows prospects to see your verified business name and logo on their incoming call screen when you follow up. Removing the anonymity of a random number builds immediate trust. When prospects recognize who is calling, they are much more likely to answer. This verification works alongside in-thread nurturing. In this example, the representative reviews the lead's information and schedules an in-home appointment natively within Messenger. Sacrificing raw lead volume for verified two-way communication is a mandatory trade-off if you want a functioning sales pipeline. Finally, creative production. Because audiences are now broad, your visual asset must do the work of attracting the target buyer while repelling the unqualified. For cold traffic, use a 3-touch narrative sequence: a hook video, followed by a testimonial, and then a friction-light lead form. Data from over 40,000 impressions shows that this structured narrative, hook, social proof, and then the form, almost doubles the odds of conversion compared to standard campaigns. However, recent data shows that simple static images are making a massive comeback, outperforming expensive video productions and direct response tests. Static images bypass buffering and communicate value instantly. For fast-scrolling users, a clear headline and a single photo can be more effective than a long video. Creative operates as a mechanical tool. It dictates the speed, cost, and intent level of every user in your funnel. Success depends on your business model. This flowchart shows how to match your strategy to your back-end sales process. If you are in B2B or high-ticket services, you must prioritize friction. Utilize native lead forms, but enforce custom qualifier questions and mandatory SMS verification. Rely on testimonials and psychological sequences to build deep trust. You will pay a higher cost per lead, but you will see a much higher close rate. If your offer is straightforward and high volume, your priority is speed. You want to capture impulse intent by removing as much friction as possible. Use bold static images routed directly to fast mobile landing pages via conversion campaigns. Focus on clarity and a single strong call to action. You must identify these constraints before you spend a single dollar on ad testing. Meta's algorithm is designed to spend your money on easy clicks, not to protect your profit margins. You have to take back control. That means actively engineering strategic friction into your funnel to filter out the noise. To audit your own funnel, download the Meta Funnel Architect scorecard in the description. Use it to check your friction levels and stop wasting your budget on fake leads.